Developing tonight, motion denied. A Baltimore judge ruling the 6 officers indicted in the death of Freddie Gray must stand trial in Baltimore and no other place. Gray's death, of course, sparked riots and protests throughout Baltimore. On the Record's Griff Jenkins is live in Baltimore tonight. Griff?
Greta, a clear victory for the state's attorney's office. Judge Williams ruling that we should not assume the potential jurors would be prejudiced by publicity, but that we will find out once a jury selection process begins. We're talking about 6 trials, remember, and that's a potential 72 jurors. Outside the courtroom, there were minimal protests, but of course, as we saw in April, there's a potential for the mayhem and destruction we saw. We asked interim police commissioner Kevin Davis about it. Take a look.
We have seen spikes in homicides and non-fatal shootings that have taken place for a variety of reasons. If it was just one reason, we would have solved it by now, but there's a variety of reasons that the violence has gone up. But the assistance that we're getting from federal law enforcement, the rehabilitated relationship, it's a process and it's underway with the community. Both those things have dramatically helped us get to a different place now.
The next thing on the calendar, Greta, is October 13th when the first trial should begin, but no word or decision yet on who will be in that trial or exactly what will proceed next. So we'll find out and bring it to you, Greta.
Griff, thank you. And viewers, you can join the conversation. Do you think the Freddie Gray case should stay in Baltimore or be tried someplace else? Tweet yes to stay in Baltimore or no using hashtag Greta. And the On the Record legal panel is here, former homicide detective and criminal defense attorney Ted Williams and former prosecutor Katie Fang. Katie, your thought about the judge's ruling today saying the trial will stay in Baltimore, not in another Maryland town or city?
I'm sorry the judge got it wrong, Greta and Ted. The good news for the defense is he did not deny the motion with prejudice, meaning they are welcome to revisit the issue once voir dire begins. But think about this. The chief deputy state attorney made the most outrageous statement that I have heard in this case thus far. He actually told the court today that the only circumstance when venue should be changed is when you're in a small community and there is an armed lynch mob outside your door. Greta and said, I don't know what you call the constant dozens of protesters that show up all the time, the rioting that has happened, the fact that the protesters have promised that more riots will occur. If that is not enough for the judge to change the venue, I don't know what is. But remember, you have to get a panel of jurors that are fair and impartial. Do you really think they're going to be able to put aside their preconceived notions? I submit to you the answer is no.
Well, Katie, I somewhat disagree. Look, the burden on changing for a change of venue has to be with the defendants. The defendants brought forth, of course, in this case, the fact that there was this settlement recently, and they also talked about the riots. But the reality of this is there have been other cases that were pointed out by the prosecution, like the D.C. sniper case that was tried in Montgomery County here in a Maryland jurisdiction where the incident happened. I don't think
that's terrible.
All right, wait a second. You know what? I disagree with both of you and with Griff. I think this is a win for the defense. I was a defense attorney. This now gives the defense a, quote, free trial because they tried before the Baltimore jury. If they lose, they got a great appellate issue because not only do they have a poisoned jury panel because riot and looting and the prosecutor saying things, but they've even got the mayor settling the civil case before the criminal trial starts, sending a message to the jury. So this is I consider this as a defense attorney, I would say free trial.
You know, I have to agree with the professor here. She's absolutely correct on this. Or they may get a second bite of the apple under these circumstances.
The defense never wanted to win this. The worst thing could happen is you take this police officers to Montgomery County, a liberal county.
Greta,
it's the last thing they want.
Absolutely right. Where else could they have tried this case but Baltimore under these circumstances? And the appellate court may have to revisit
defense lawyers wanted to lose this. They got a free trial. They get an appellate issue. Anyway, I'm taking the last word on that. Ted, Katie, thank you both very much.